Good evening, and welcome to the magical Masonic 33rd edition of the Nightly Newsfeed Wrap-Up. That would be May 31st, plus June 1st and June 2nd. Last night, June 1st, was a magical night for me, and I recorded the Newsfeed Wrap-Up on my cell phone. And then subsequently, I was unable to find the USB cable to link my cell phone to my computer in order to download that broadcast into my computer in order to upload it to YouTube, so I'm going to have to do it retroactively. So this is June 2nd, 31 days of May plus 2 equals 33. Here we are. Last night I had a magical night. I will release that video soon, as soon as I can find the cable. And this morning I woke up to the sound of splashing water, and I found that my wife had destroyed the pond. She knifed out the silicone in the drain and brought it right back to a concrete tank. But since doing so, she's been feeding the ducks and interacting with them. So it was one of those moments where it's like, okay, at first I was kind of furious, and I didn't scream about it, but I kind of yelled about it, like, what are you doing, and did you shut that filter off before you did that? But she did, and she's happy now. She's happy with the situation, and that makes me happy. So I realized, okay, so my vision was shot down, but there are different visions. There are any number of different visions. And her vision does not include brown pond water, which is fine in my field of vision, but not fine in hers. Okay, so so new vision, a bathtub. Not a nice bathtub made for people, but like a plastic-shaped bathtub full of water with a drain that you can pull the plug and drain out the water and the duck shit, and a staircase up to the bathtub made of bricks. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's cool. And the 250,000 won Reed $200 water filtration system that I bought will sit in the closet. I don't know, maybe until I have an actual pond or a real serious what do you call it, a saltwater aquarium system going. Anyway, a lot has happened to me in the last 48 hours, and I've kind of had to go through some shifting of gears. This blog started with me shaking with uncontrollable rage. And I still do have a lot of anger, but it has come to my attention that, and I made videos last night that are pursuant to this, it has come to my attention that we are all here to play a part. And so, what part will you play? As an actor playing a part, you have a part in the story, and the script, unlike a stage play, in this stage play, as an actor, you have a say in the script, put it that way. So, what do you focus on? Where do you direct your attention? Where do you direct your will? And your will is stronger than you may believe. Will is a very strong instrument. If used with evil intent and high intelligence, it enslaves. If used with evil intent and low intelligence, it self-destructs. If will is used with good intent and high intelligence, it liberates. If will is used with a positive mind and low intelligence, it muddles the waters. So, I guess I want to say this. Everyone with high intelligence and goodwill, focus your will, your willpower, your will. Don't pay too much attention to the insane zombie in Florida chewing the face off of another man. In my opinion, that is a story that has been put out there to poison the waters. Don't circulate it. Don't pay any attention to it. Duly noted, filed, and forgotten. That's my advice. I think that there is something to the idea of timeline theory, where this is a multivalent multiverse. The only time is now, right here and now, right now. You can't pinpoint it, but you can look at it. You can observe it. You can see it's like water, it's like watching water go down a drain. And you can see the water going down the drain, and you can see that that's the meniscus, that's the fleeting Rubicon, that's it. But everything that came before and everything that is to come it doesn't exist. The future is potential, the past is memory. That's it. So, timeline theory. It's possible that the insane elements amongst us that want their hell. They want their hell. They want it. They live for it. They exist for it. It's possible that element can go in its own direction. And they will drag with them every other consciousness that they can get to go along with it. And so is it possible that they're putting out these news items of people eating each other's faces and eating brains and eating hearts in an effort to drag you into a net a timeline net where you get dragged off into their future that they want. Is it possible? Personally, I think it's more than possible. Personally, I think that's right. You decide. But for me and myself, hey man, even if I'm wrong and the universe is just this universe and it's doomed to evil, depravity, I hope I get killed along the way, because I don't want to live in that kind of world. So I'm embracing the timeline theory, and this is what I'm doing. When I see a nasty article like that, it's like, okay, I glanced at it, I saw it, noted, filed, forgotten. That's my new policy. Now, this is a Newsfeed wrap-up, so I'm going to go to Rents.com, and I hope that I'll find one good piece of news before I have to wrap this up. A lot of plutonium, TEPCO, Fukushima scare stuff, as always, at the top of the feed. Rothschild's couple with Rockefeller for stake in U.S. I don't know what that means. Has U.S. support for Israel reached a tipping point? That seems like a good thing to click on. Let's see what that has to say. Giraldi, this is from a website called mycatbirdseat.com. Giraldi, a tipping point for Israel. So we have reached the point where the proverbial cat is out of the bag. Everyone, with the possible exception of the U.S. Congress, has become aware that there is something terribly wrong with Israel. So, there you have it. But, it's not a major news outlet, but a major news outlet called The Guardian in the UK, and I might feature this on my next broadcast. One of their writers on the official blog came out and absolutely tore the Bilderberg conference a new asshole. Absolutely tore it to shreds. And George Bush and Bill Clinton just ravaged them. And that was in, I believe, The Guardian. I will look it up. It gave me hope. It really did. Like, again, to corroborate Benjamin Fulford. Benjamin, Fulford. That there are white hats and people of conscience in high places, and they are working very hard on our behalf to turn the ship of state around and into a positive direction. I think it's happening. I see myriad signs. Thank you for listening to my ruminations and meanderings. From now on, I'm going to try to focus on the positive news. Because I think that's where the world is going. And that's where I want my world to go. Positive. Into the light. with a little darkness sprinkled in for good measure. Thank you. Good night. Over and out.